Hello viewer, this episode I'll be looking at post-crisis Superman's high gravity and planet level durability feats. Disclaimers first, please support the official material. Stuff I show here is for informative purposes and spoilers. On with the show. My main sources will be the All-Star Superman storyline, mostly issue 12, Superman Birthright number 1, Superman Batman number 4, Death of the New Gods number 8, and Justice League of America number 30. And of course, other sources will be referenced later on. Starting with All-Star Superman number 12, we have Lex blasted by a gravity gun used by Superman, said to induce 50 times Earth's gravity, or 50 Gs, on the person that was blasted. For context, Lex at the time had Superman's powers from drinking a special cocktail and is being an all-round nuisance. So, Lex was blasted a couple times by the gravity gun, but we only see him under 50 Gs when Superman adjusts the knob on the gravity gun. Also to note, in the All-Star Superman movie, Superman stated that Lex was under 500 Gs while also adjusting the knob. And here's the clip.
Hard to stay in the air? I just increased your personal gravity 500 times. That's not why I used the gravity gun. No!
In the comic, Lex was shown to struggle under 50 Gs, where he was still sinking into the ground until he broke the gun after a scuffle with Superman. In the movie, it's a little different. He's shown struggling under the 500 Gs and is still able to move a little bit, but when he destroys the gun, he can move freely. Alright, side note, in All-Star Superman, Superman was said to have gotten 3 times stronger after he was lethally saturated with yellow sun radiation. From what the story presents, it appears the cocktail gave the user Superman's base power before the power boost given when Lex got the powers. He stated that he still wouldn't want to face Superman head on. Possibly a strategic move as well, but note Superman was close to dying and Lex knew it. Overall, in this instance, Superman, or at least someone with Superman's base power, can withstand 50 Gs in the comic, 500 Gs in the movie. And, full disclosure, All-Star Superman is an alternate timeline story, but Superman does appear to be portrayed similar to the mainstream post-crisis Superman. Next, in Superman Birthright number 1, a certain Kryptonian baby is being sent to Earth, and the spaceship scans Earth, finding that it's 0.03 or 3% the gravity of planet Krypton. And Krypton was under a red sun, so Kryptonians wouldn't exhibit any other external superpowers. This suggests that a non-powered Kryptonian can withstand 33.33 times Earth's gravity, or 33.33 Gs. Overall, this suggests that Superman, a Kryptonian when depowered, can withstand 33.33 Gs no problem. Next, in Superman Batman number 4, Superman is hit by Hawkman's Horus Claw, and Hawkman states the claw essentially lets him hit Superman with the mass of planet Earth. It initially looks like Superman was knocked out, but later we learn he pretended to be knocked out, so then he and Batman can knock out Hawkman and Shazam to pose as them in order to get close to Lex. So, Superman getting hit by the claw may have had a little nosebleed, but don't think he was really hurt by it. Overall, this shows Superman can get hit by a punch with the mass of the Earth behind it and pretty much shrug it off. Next, in Death of the New Gods number 8, Superman survives the collision of two planets, New Genesis and Apocalypse. So, first off, yes, it's true, New Genesis and Apocalypse are normally super large planets, but here's a little story about boom tubes. In the New Gods number 10, boom tubes are explained to alter your size when you use it to teleport between different worlds or dimensions. This explains why new gods like Darkseid and Orion are human-sized when boom tubing to Earth. Now, we have seen Apocalypse being boom tubed into the same dimension as Earth. In Superman 173, we see Apocalypse is similar in size to Earth. Also, it was shown in Death of the New Gods that Superman did boom tube to the dimension where New Genesis and Apocalypse reside, so his size was certainly altered on arrival. Given this, Superman at the time would have been hit by proportionally two Earth-sized planets, New Genesis and Apocalypse. Also, one final thing to note is that Superman was saved by the Source after the collision of the two planets, given that they were merged into one single planet afterwards. And full disclosure, Death of the New Gods appears to be an alternate timeline story, given that the merged New Genesis Apocalypse planet hasn't made any further appearance in the post-crisis continuity. Overall, this feat shows Superman survived the initial collision of two proportionally Earth-sized planets, where the Source then saved him. Still impressive. I know I can't do that. Now, final feat in Justice League of America number 30. Superman gets knocked out, destroying the Shadow Moon. And yeah, he was out for a while, so it looks like he was hit pretty bad. The story presents the Shadow Moon as pretty much a carbon copy of the real moon, having the same mass, and in addition, it was clocked at moving 7,614,000 kilometers per hour. Alright, maths time. Using the kinetic energy formula, E equals half mv squared, we'll take the mass m as the mass of the moon, which in real life is 7.35 times 10 to the 22 kilograms. Now, the panel states that the moon's mass was 81 billion tons, but that is likely a printing error when comparing it to the actual mass of the moon. Next, we'll take the velocity v as 2,115,000 meters per second, which is converted from what the panel states as 7,614,000 kilometers per hour. So plugging in those numbers, we'll get the total kinetic energy as 1.64 times 10 to the 35 joules. Now, in contrast to the minimum energy required to destroy Earth, which is 2 times 10 to the 32 joules, that energy is about 800 times the energy required to destroy Earth. Overall, impressive feat where Superman was hit hard but managed to survive against something that was a little over 800 times the energy required to destroy Earth. In conclusion, post-crisis Superman is able to survive 33.33 Gs with no powers and starts to struggle at 50 Gs in the comics and 500 Gs in the movies. Finally, he was shown to survive an attack of 1.64 times 10 to the 35 joules, which is the energy required to destroy Earth a little over 800 times. Of course, that's just me. Read the full story and make your own judgments. Okay, that's all for today. Hope you now know the weight of the world Superman endures. Thanks for watching and hope to feat you again.